6 most disturbing camping encounters caught on camera. Let's get into this, dude. I'm ready to be scared, bro. I'm ready to pee myself a little. Chat, are we ready? What if instead of spin your block, it was get freaky on your block, and I came around to get freaky with you? Yo, Sarah, sleep well, appreciate you. Also, yo, any YouTube frogs, a couple things really quickly. 1, original video linked in the description if you don't want to see my reaction / my commentary. 2, if you want to check out my other links, that'd be sick. I got Twitch, Patreon, all that fun stuff. Check that out. And 3, I'm annoying, so be ready. You've been warned if you watch this video on this channel. Sorrow, appreciate you. Sleep well. Have an amazing day tomorrow, homie. You a real one. Oh yeah, I'm ready.
In April 2019, a YouTuber named Jason uploaded a video to his channel, Abbey Mountain Trekkers, in which he recorded footage of his solo overnight trip to the mountains. His channel is dedicated to all things outdoors, in which Jason frequently uploads videos of his adventures hiking, camping, and surviving in the woods. In this particular video, his hike up to the mountain is pretty uneventful, and as soon as he arrives at the campsite, Jason begins setting up his tent and shows his viewers how he starts a fire as the sun begins to set.
Sorry, I was reading chat. I said me, and then I didn't proceed. This is going to be me when I'm like 60. This is going to be what I'm going to be doing. I'll be like, yo, what's up, Zoomers in your... Sorry, Gen Z in your... No, flip, dude. Gen B in your VR. Damn, we're going to be like Gen D by then. Yo, what's up, Gen D? You and your VR headset, your ultra reality headset and goggles. Thanks for joining me today. Today we're going to be camping in one of the last forests ever. This is called Central Park.
As he waits for the day to end, he tries his luck at spoon carving.
Well, my hair is gone. This guy has a lot of hair. Okay, so this is actually not going to be me. Never mind.
And this is when he reports hearing a strange sound coming from the top of one of the mountains, but he writes it off as a bird or some other small animal and continues setting up for the night. At about 9 o'clock, he turns his camera off to go to bed, but less than an hour later, he wakes up to a strange sound that he says he's never heard before in his life. He mentions it sounded like some sort of guttural animal call, but because it came from pretty far away, he couldn't identify what it was.
I'm not gonna lie. The shirt moving here just scared the hell out of me.
I'm still rattled. I've never heard anything like that in my life. It sounded like a mix between almost like a pig, some kind of, I hate to even say it, but a pig, an ape, and the calls almost sounded like how the velociraptors communicate with each other on Jurassic Park. I've never heard anything like that in my life.
What? We got a velociraptor out here?
Still shaken after the rude awakening, he tries to go back to bed, but just a few hours later at around 1 a.m., he wakes up again to what he describes as the sound of something or someone circling his tent.
Whatever it is, it's close.
Okay, yeah, that sounds believable actually. That was my biggest gripe with the first one in the last video like this that we watched. But yeah, dude, oh my god. I'm trying to hear if there's a different pattern.
Whatever it is, it sounded like there was 2 or 3 of them.
What?
And it started on the other side of my camp, went around my perimeter.
Bro, that's when you turn off the light, shit your pants, and take the end gracefully.
If you look closely at the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, you can see the reflection of what appears to be 1 or 2 sets of eyes as he pans
but that could just be like a fire.
His flashlight over them. Although there are many animals with eyes that reflect light at night, based on the white color of the reflection,
that looks like a fire.
It's very likely that Jason was being observed by wolves or coyotes. Dog's eyes will also give off a white reflection, but considering that it was around 1 a.m. when this happened, it's unlikely that a dog would be walking around in the mountains so close to his campsite. Coyote and wolf attacks on humans are rare, as both species tend to avoid human contact, but they can still become very aggressive if they feel threatened, especially if they have pups nearby. If this were the case, Jason would be in grave danger, but chillingly, he doesn't even seem to notice the eyes watching him as he scans the area.
Yeah, because it's his fire. Bigfoot trying to get freaky. This is when I get angry and start screaming, I'm out, freak the freak. Oh, it's just me getting freaky with the older men I should not have been getting freaky with in the woods. Trauma. Oh, you hit that. Trauma. I'm sorry, Greenish.
His flashlight. Luckily, he went back to his tent and slept safely through the night. When he woke up the next morning, he recorded another update for his viewers, but he never mentioned the eyes that his camera had captured the night before, suggesting he might have never noticed. After this video, there were no additional updates on the incident. In 2021, YouTuber Matt Field spent the night in a dark cave in the middle of nowhere in Australia after his friend told him about an unsettling experience he had in that cave and dared him to spend the night there alone. Matt's channel is a bit more extreme than other outdoor exploration channels, and his videos often feature him leaving civilization behind and going to remote locations for days, living only off the fish he catches and the animals he hunts.
Damn, dude, I'm gonna have to tap in on this guy. That sounds sick. This guy's badass. Bro, if someone around your tent get naked, shit in your hand, and fling it at them. Oh, this one, nah, I'm actually joking. I was about to be like, yo, what's about to happen, Greenish?
In the video, he mentions that he didn't bring any water to the trip, hoping to find water to drink in the cave.
Are you...
After about 4 hours of walking, he finally finds the cave and climbs down the man-made ladder inside.
What?
Venturing deeper inside the cave, Matt crawls into the different holes he finds to see if any of them lead anywhere. Around this time, he started hearing a couple of rocks falling near the entrance and the sound of some sort of animal walking around. At one point in the video, he mentions he feels like he's being watched, and things get a little more disturbing at around 11 p.m. when he begins to eat his baked beans for dinner.
That is beautiful. Baked beans in a haunted cave. Oh my God. That was the sound. That is the sound. Did you hear that? Look at my arms. I got full goosebumps. It's the chains moving when I climb down the ladder.
Dude, I'd probably get full goosebumps too if like a bird broke wind near me if I hadn't drank any water all day. What the hell? Dude, I know what that shit's like, bro. I've done 4 chords, bro. When you're dehydrated as fuck, dude, in the summer heat or just in the summer. Oh, yeah, bro. You're a little sunburnt too. He was walking for 4 hours. You sit down real good and you get goosebumps. Also, beans in a cave. That reverb of him sitting is gonna be crazy. Oh, I didn't bring water. Guess I'm gonna have to drink my piss. You mean piss? Okay. Autocorrect is cooking you right now. It's okay. I mean, I don't want to, but what are you gonna do? I hope it's wind blowing them chains.
It's a big, heavy, thick chain. Wind can't move that.
Yo! Did you know that was about to happen, Greenish?
Holy.
When Matt recorded this video, it wasn't a windy night at all, and the fact that the chain is moving can only mean that there's someone or something down there with him.
That chain moved just then. It is 100% now. I heard it before. I'm 100% certain it's the chain that I walked in, that you climbed down into this cave on. It's moving. Now, you can't move that chain with wind. It's way too heavy. There is no wind coming in here. There's no wind even for... Holy... Oh my God. You must have heard that just then. Look at my arms, dude. Oh, this is fucked.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Well, I've got my backpack back on, and I'm booting on out of here. I just heard a sound. It's not normal. It's definitely not a normal sound, and I'm scared. I'm not gonna lie. It's probably about 2 hours, 2.5 hours after I checked in with you guys, so it would be around 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning, and that sound was not normal. I'm getting out of here.
After the creepy noises subside, he changes his mind about leaving the cave and decides to spend the rest of the night near the entrance. A couple of hours later, he reported hearing hissing sounds that sounded like human voices, but after walking around the cave, he couldn't find anything that could be making those noises.
He's got to change the shutter speed on his camera. It's making the
Aside
light
from
freak out. Or it's making the light appear like it's freaking out. Watch out, motherfuckers. That's the sound of Santa's bells, and he's going to make you his ho, ho, ho. Josh, it is not even July yet. Why are we talking about Santa Claus right now, huh?
Big animals, the worst
Are
thing
you
that
trying to get on the naughty list?
could have happened to Matt is to have come across a hostile squatter living in the cave, although it's unclear why anyone would want to live down there. Fortunately, he made his way out of the cave safely as soon as the sun rose, and never went back to that cave again.
It's okay, King. I'm going to steal it and use it.
Roadie is a channel dedicated to off-the-grid
Around Christmas
living,
time.
in which the uploader usually posts videos about what life is like.
Urban stealth truck camping. What does that mean? A silent fishing trip in the high desert. Traveling and fishing. I thought for a second that said traveling and fisting Oregon in my pickup rig. Truck camping in sub-freezing weather. Oh, dude, I saw one of these truck setups not too long ago, bro, on Facebook Marketplace. I was like, dude, I gotta get me a truck and one of these things. Dude. Why is it always the white-ass men? This is how you die? Am I the only one who runs stand-up sets when I'm home alone? I love truck camping. I want to buy a camper van. I miss my truck, man. Truck camping is fun.
Like living out of his truck and traveling around the country. The videos are usually pretty cool, with an emphasis on the beauty of nature and independent living.
Hell yeah.
But this particular video is a bit more disturbing than the rest. In December 2017, Roadie uploaded footage of an incident that took place earlier that year while he was car camping in a parking lot. At around 1:30 a.m., a hooded man started walking around his truck and taking pictures of his license plates. Because the back of the truck where the uploader was sleeping was pretty much pitch black, the man probably didn't see anyone in there and continued to suspiciously walk around the truck for several minutes, unaware that he was being recorded. After a while, the man makes his way to the side of the truck and tries to shine the flashlight inside, which is when the uploader decides to take action to protect himself and let the man know he's there. Immediately after the uploader bangs his fist on the inside of the truck, the suspicious man runs away. It's unclear what exactly he planned to do, but based on his behavior, it couldn't have been anything good, and he was—
Bro. Nah. Me personally, if I'm sleeping in a truck somewhere, I'm keeping a strap on me, okay? If I ain't rolling a few deep, I'm keeping a strap on me, bro. Straight up.
probably planning a carjacking.
What?
Fortunately, the uploader was able to get away safely and spend the night elsewhere.
Yeah, bro, I would have jumped in that.
Gary and Amica are a
dipped
father-daughter duo from Scotland who make videos about their travels around Europe in their camper van. The videos are usually pretty wholesome and entertaining, but in this particular video, Gary and Amica had a pretty disturbing encounter. This footage was uploaded in March of 2023 during a trip to Tensmuir Forest in North Fife, Scotland. As they were walking through the woods, Amica told her dad she heard voices somewhere near them, and after searching for a while, this is what they found.
We just stopped to look in these woods. Look at how scary that is. Put the torch on. Here's even one on the ladders.
Oh, there's someone lying on the ground. Without
Falling
any-
over. Look at the one on the ladders going up the tree.
Oh, yeah. That's
Bro.
Like the washing line over there to the left. Yeah, there.
Bro.
Keep it there.
If I see this, I ain't stopping. No, I'm staying in my car. Or I'm gonna get my weaponry, okay? Dude, this is crazy.
That is weird, isn't it?
one over there.
It's so eerie.
There's a doggy there.
In addition to dozens of creepy mannequins dressed up in costumes, they came across some pretty unsettling paintings hanging outside the little cabin in the middle of the woods. I did some research and found several other channels that featured the strange cabin, but the only information I could find was that the mannequins and paintings were probably set up there at some point in 2021. It's unknown what exactly the purpose of all this is, but whoever set it up clearly went through a lot of trouble to make it as creepy as possible. As Gary and
That would actually be kind of fire, though, setting up something that like is just like freaky that people would come by the side of the road. That'd be kind of fire.
make their way out of the woods, a car starts to approach them from the other side, and Gary starts to get a little freaked out. Fortunately, they were able to make it back to the van without having to cross the car's path. As of this video's upload, there have been no further updates on the creepy discovery. In 2018, a YouTuber named John uploaded this video to his channel Lost Lakes, in which he posts about his backcountry camping adventures in Canada. The video was taken at around 3:30 a.m.
Canadians.
At a remote location west of Chapleau, Ontario, where, according to John, there was no cell phone signal.
Well, I am living every solo camper's nightmare right now. There appears to be an animal of some kind pacing around my tent. It's the middle of the night, and then around 3:30, I started to hear this pacing sound, and 45 minutes later, it's still just pacing around out there.
What?
Considering he was camping in a remote location in the black bear capital of the world, it's very likely that there was a bear or some other large animal outside the tent. Although it's rare for bears to attack campers, it has been known to happen. Other animals such as moose or wildcats can also pose a threat to campers if they ever feel threatened or provoked, and in those cases, a feeble camping tent won't offer a lot of protection against an angry 600-pound animal. It's much more common for
Hey, don't talk about people's mothers that way, okay, dude? Kind of messed up.
people to be harassed by other people than by animals, but in this case, the footsteps don't sound very human. To maintain sanity, John shows his viewers the things he brought along on his camping trip to protect himself against animals, which include a hatchet, bear spray, and an air horn. Near the end of the video, he mentions his car is right outside the tent, but he can't find his key and probably left it in the car. But in the end, he slept through the night safely. He never found out what exactly was walking around his tent that night. Most campers will say they're more afraid of running into ill-intentioned people rather than aggressive animals on their camping trips, and this footage is the perfect example of why.
What? No way. Hold on. Let me read chat really quickly. Yo. Ain't no way Chucky chewing on plastic right now. Oh, Chris, I forgot to tell you at the start of stream, but I'm gonna be getting a new phone, and it has a 50 megapixel front camera, so I'm gonna just buy a grip for it and use for photography instead of buying a camera. Dude, hell yeah. You'll have to check and see if it has like a raw photo like format function. And then get Lightroom Mobile, bro, and you'll be sitting pretty sweet starting out some photography stuff.
Love Sundays is a channel run by a man named Sean who uploads videos of his solo camping adventures in the UK. In a video he uploaded in September 2022, he shows what happened one night when he camped on the side of the road in Cornwall. Technically, he wasn't supposed to be camping there due to parking regulations, so he made every effort possible to make it seem less obvious that he would be spending the night on the side of the road. Before the sun sets, he goes into his van and starts making dinner, making as little noise as possible to avoid unwanted attention. At around 9 p.m., he turns off the lights and goes to bed. Everything seems to be going just fine, but at around 2 a.m., Sean's night takes a pretty unsettling turn.
Dude, it looks so comfy. No way.
I just heard something outside.
My GF is microplastic. Maxine, stop her. Should be fine. This is just how it starts. It gets worse.
Okay, I think they've gone.
That jump scared me. Him going, okay, I think they've gone.
They literally tried to get in the van. It wasn't just a knocking, they were trying the handle.
It's not uncommon for solo campers to be asked to move somewhere else in the middle of the night, especially when you're parked somewhere where you're not supposed to be. But in this case, it's highly unlikely that this was a police officer or some other person with the authority to tell him to move, as in these cases, they would almost always knock.
British Zach Bryan is crazy. Are you saying this guy looks like Zach Bryan?
first and announced themselves verbally.
Shut up. Don't you say that about my sexy king. I mean, this guy's pretty good looking, but not, you know, not Zach Bryan sexy.
Once they have your attention, they'll ask you to leave, but they won't just walk up to a van on the side of the road and start trying the door handle without announcing their intentions. It's much more likely that someone was trying to break into Sean's van.
Yeah, dude, when I was at the Zach Bryan concert, I was looking at him singing. They had him on the big screens. I was like, damn, he's sexy. Wow, now I have a boner and I'm crying. This is sick. And I have joy. This is going by so fast.
Luckily, whoever was trying to break in left after only a few seconds, and Sean wasn't bothered by them again. These kinds of encounters can be extremely disturbing, but luckily Sean woke up the next morning unharmed and was on his way to his next destination shortly after.
But luckily, Sean woke up unharmed to get his fuck on. My bad. All right, chat. Oh, what do we have here? Oh, why don't fuck with the Ouija boards? Anyways, let me read these comments here. Sorry. Hey, YouTube frogs. During the first vid, those were not eyes. That was, in fact, firelight breaking through my cam while I was... Oh, this is the dude! While I was filming from the other side. Some folks originally commented on other parts of the vid where eye shine was caught, but I clearly stated in the video that those were deer passing by my camp roughly 3 hours after the noise that woke me up initially. I even managed to catch some deer bleats. Now what I initially heard has puzzled me for a long time now, until recently. I poured through audio files of all kinds of local animals for a good bit after filming that video, and surprisingly, the two things that came close were Sasquatch and mountain lion. Even then, I was only left with speculation. I prefer to lean towards cold, hard facts. I never openly claimed either until a good friend of mine that knows that mountain backwards and forwards had an encounter in the same vicinity. He came upon a mountain lion while hiking last year. This fawn-colored cat, about the size of a full-grown German Shepherd, jumped out onto the trail up ahead of him by about 20 to 25 feet. That was enough for me. I'm fairly confident now that what I heard was a mountain lion that night. And I know some of you will be like, big deal. But considering those cats were hunted out of this area back in the 1930s, it's a huge deal in my honest opinion, especially when the Forestry Service has denied their presence in Cherokee National Forest for years. I'm glad they are making a comeback. That is awesome. And I'm going to subscribe to this dude because he seems cool. That's like he's getting more clout. Solo overlanding White Top Mountain, VA. This dude ever been in West Virginia before? Oh, he hadn't uploaded for a while. He started uploading again. That's awesome. Hell yeah. Our top 5 camping and overloading items we don't leave home without. Yeah, we'll add that to watch later. Why not? The cave guy talking as loud as he can, shining the light directly in his own face, being alone, crawling in small holes inside the cave. Need I go on? 346 going into desert environment without water and hoping to find some in a cave is pinnacle level stupidity. Yeah, that dude, he must have like nuts of steel or something. Oh, Josh, sleep well, King. Not bringing any water to dry region and planning on staying there for days is the dumbest decision I've heard. Got very scared when sleeping in a tent in a campsite in Greece when me, female, and my sisters heard what sounded like a man's footsteps and heavy breathing circling around our tent. It turned out to be a hedgehog sniffing around. Me with my cats every single night. Every single night I hear them like making some noise. I'm like, oh my god, there's somebody in my fucking house. Knock on wood. I hope that never actually happens, dude.